Welcome to Jenny's Kitchen. I am a wife, mother, daughter, real estate agent, and also a great cook. I have been cooking for thousands of people over a period of years who all enjoy my cooking. So here it is, I'm going to share with you the way things are done with the recipes according to Jenny's twist. Hi, today we are going to be making callaloo, stewed chicken, and cuckoo. They all go well together. It's a favorite in Trinidad for a Sunday meal. We begin by making the callaloo. I am using 4 cups of chopped dasheen leaves that I have already cleaned by taking out the stems, cutting them up, and washing the leaves thoroughly. So I will now put them here. I am going to add 1 cup of chopped pumpkin. I am also going to add 1 cup of chopped okras. Three tablespoons of chopped garlic. 3 tablespoons of chopped onions, 3 tablespoons of chopped pimento peppers. Pimento peppers are very flavorful and sometimes they tend to be hot. Please taste them so that you would know whether or not you want to put in this amount. You can always adjust to your liking. Of some grounded herbs that I have minced. It's chive, celery, garlic, parsley. You can use whatever blend you like. We are going to put in 3 heaping spoons. I am going to take 50 grams, which is going to be 1 sachet of coconut milk powder. I'm going to mix it in 1 cup of water at room temperature, but you can also use lukewarm water if you please. We're going to give it a good stir and ensure that it is dissolved. Here you would see it's properly dissolved. So we're going to add it to the bowl with the other ingredients. I am also going to add 4 cups of water. So we're going to add 4 cups of water. So we're going to add it to the other ingredients. We are going to put these ingredients to boil. Okay, we are going to pour the ingredients that we have in the bowl into the pot, so we are sure now that all that we need to put at this time is in the pot. We are going to allow this to cook for 20 minutes. Okay, so while we have our callaloo boiling in the pot, I'll tell you a little bit about why callaloo is such a favorite dish for me. Growing up in Touch Road, the place that I love, my mother would send me on a Sunday morning to cut the dasheen leaves. She'd ask me to pick the okras because she would have them growing there as well, and even peppers, which she loved to grow. And I will pick those leaves carefully, and she would teach me how to cut them and wash them and cut the leaves and put all the ingredients together. And when I talked to my neighbors, they would all be making callaloo as well. So I know it's a Sunday favorite. And the reason why we would make cuckoo to go with it is because callaloo and cuckoo has a lot of similar ingredients. We have the okras already picked. We have the coconut milk already. So it is easy now to add the seasonings and all the other ingredients together with the corn flour and make a delicious side dish. And since a lot of children don't like to eat fish, my mother would make stewed chicken because the 8 of us that she was raising, we all ate chicken. So it was 1 protein on that day. Now that we have completed boiling the ingredients for our callaloo in the pot, I have taken it out of the pot and I'm now going to use an electric hand blender to swizzle. We will now stir our callaloo and we will add 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 tablespoons of salted butter. The callaloo is still hot, so these ingredients are going to be well blended into it. And here we have it, callaloo, complete with a twist of Jenny's flavor. So here's our recipe for our cuckoo according to Jenny's kitchen. 4 cups of water, followed by 1 cup of water with 50 grams of coconut milk powder, ensure that it is well dissolved before adding. So this brings our liquid to 5 cups right now, followed by 2 tablespoons of chopped onions, 2 tablespoons chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons green seasoning, again according to whatever herbs you like, chives, celery, parsley, you put it. We add 1 cup chopped okras, 2 tablespoons pimento peppers. Again, check the peppers to see whether or not it's very hot or not very hot. Use it according to your liking, please. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of salted butter. We would stir these ingredients in the pot, give it a stir, and we will now put them to boil. Put the pot with all of the ingredients except the corn flour to boil. Now that we are satisfied that the coconut milk together with the okras and the seasonings have been boiled sufficiently well, we are now going to add our 2 cups of cornmeal. Lower the flame and add it slowly while you continue to stir. You will notice it is beginning to leave the sides of the pot, so you know it's cooking properly. It's all ready now to come out of the pot. When you notice, when you turn it, you can completely pick up all of it in one turn like this. So this here now, it's ready to come out and be placed into a greased dish for cooling and slicing later on. We turn off the stove. Spread it out evenly in your dish so it will take the shape of the dish that you have placed it in. And here you have our cuckoo. Now going to do the stewed chicken, but remember we had already completed the callaloo where I used some fresh green seasonings. In this instance with the chicken, I'm including shadowini because it enhances the flavors of the chicken, but it does not enhance the flavors of the dashing leaves when we make callaloo. So I have 3 pounds of chicken here already, cleaned and washed with limes, and I'm going to add 2 heaping spoons of green seasonings. Added to that, I would add 1 tablespoon of pimento peppers, including the seeds. Again, taste the peppers so you would know whether or not you want to put this amount. I add 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic, 1 tablespoon of salt, and I'm going to mix this thoroughly. Feel free to add more seasonings if you want more, or less if you want less. But this is a very good blend and amount. I am using chicken breasts and chicken thighs for my stewed chicken. And we are going to make this stewed chicken the old-fashioned way. I am going to burn the sugar. This is what your chicken should look like when it's well combined with the seasonings that we placed in them. I'm now going to heat the pot for us to begin preparations for stewing the chicken. We are going to put 1 tablespoon of oil in our pot that is already heated on the stove. Today I'm going to teach you how to make stewed chicken the old-fashioned way with Jenny's twist on it. We are going to use very little oil, very little sugar to brown the chicken that we have. Here I have 3 pounds of chicken that I have already seasoned. The oil is hot now, so I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar into my hot oil, and I'm going to keep stirring it until it burns sufficiently well for me to burn the sugar with the chicken. You will notice that the sugar is becoming to get golden brown. But we want our chicken to get a nice golden color. And we are using very little sugar, so we are going to allow it to burn somewhat so that we can get that brownness in our stewed chicken. You will notice the bubbles are forming in the oil and the sugar is becoming dark. At this stage, we will add our chicken. When you add the chicken, you need to keep stirring the chicken in the burnt sugar and the oil. We are going to cover this chicken and leave it like this for about 3 minutes. We cover it for a few minutes so that the steam can form water vapors and fall right back into the pot. There you have it, our stewed chicken. Today we are going to be making okra and rice. A menu that you have made before and that you know, but it's going to be with Jenny's recipe. A twist of Jenny's style in okra and rice today. I have the pot already heated, so I would add 2 tablespoons of oil. I will now add 2 tablespoons of green seasoning, salt, celery, parsley, thyme, whatever you want, but I don't put shadow of any because it's very dominant in this dish and it's not needed. I will now add 1 cup of chopped okras, 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons of pimento peppers. Again, taste the peppers and see whether or not it's too hot. If it's too hot, adjust the peppers to suit your liking. I would add 1 tablespoon of chopped onions, 1 tablespoon of salted butter, I am using some pigtails, which is optional. You can also make this without the use of meat, or you can substitute with saltfish if you like. I have only just put in the pigtails now because if I had put it in earlier, it will begin to burn in the hot oil and cause the oils to splash. I will stir this for 3 minutes. In the meantime, I will use 50 grams of coconut milk powder in 1 cup of water. I'm going to stir this well until all the powder dissolves. I will now add 2 cups of rice that I've already washed into the pot with the pigtail and the okras. I am going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, together with chopped sweet peppers, half cup chopped sweet peppers, and I have half cup chopped carrots. I am also going to put half cup pumpkin. I'm going to stir all of this for 2 minutes. Our flavors are developing nicely and the pot has a lot of colors at this time. The pigtail that I have used in this okra and rice is pigtails that I had already previously boiled. So they are nice and tender, and we have gotten out most of the salt at this time. I will now add my 1 cup of coconut milk, which is really 50 grams of coconut powder into 1 cup of water. In addition to that 1 cup of coconut milk, we're going to put 3 cups of water. I'm going to cover the pot right now and allow the water to cook the rice together with the other ingredients. We should have it on medium fire and allow it to cook for at least 15 minutes before we turn it. Now that after 15 minutes, I realize that the water is dry, but the rice is still a little bit too firm. So I would add the remainder of the water from the 4 cups. At this time, I would also add 1 green pepper. I'm putting the green pepper at this stage now because I don't want too much of the heat to get into the food. But if you like the heat, you can put it in at the very beginning. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of chopped celery that I have here. It lends a very nice flavor towards the end of the okra and rice. I'm going to allow this to cook for 5 minutes. Here we have our okra and rice with pigtail, our final recipe for today. See you next time. I am Jennifer Wellington Charles. See you in Jenny's